Shot baru buka ini.
Sorry?
10 shot baru buka ini.
Oh my God, I dah buka. All right. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Learning Hour session. I'm Anjali, and I'll be your host for today's session. Our trainer for today's session is Mr. Fikri, who will be presenting on Power BI in action from Excel data to business dashboard. Throughout this session, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. We will address them during the Q&A session at the end of the session. As a reminder, kindly keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. With that, I'll hand over the floor to Mr. Fikri.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Hi, good
How are you today?
Morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hi,
All
good
right.
morning.
Yeah. By the way, you can just type in the text box. I'm afraid you forgot to mute later. All right. Selamat pagi semua. So today we're going to learn about Power BI. Okay, from Excel data to dashboard, is business dashboard. But let me share my screen first. All right. So today's topic is Power BI in action from Excel data to business dashboard. Okay, and this one is a demonstration. All right. So maybe you can get ideas what is Power BI is all about, or maybe you already know about Power BI but haven't used and don't know how to build a dashboard. Okay. So I just want to know which category are you in? Okay. So I want you to write down in the text box. Okay, get ready. So the first one, are you first time heard the Power BI? Okay. And if you first time, I want you to write down, not the first time, okay, wait a moment, not the first time. I want you to write down Brazil. Brazil. Because this is a World Cup, okay? All right. Okay, Brazil. Even though you're not supporting Brazil, okay? Wah, ramai. Okay. All right. For the second one, if you already know or using the Power BI, okay? Name market. Okay. The second one you write down Spain. Spain. Okay. Ramai juga. Okay, Espana. Okay, Spain, Brazil. All right. Don't fight, okay? All right. So we have Brazil and Spain. I can see some of you first time maybe heard about Power BI. Japan is not in the list, Haziq? So we already have only for these two, Brazil and Spain. Okay, Portugal also cannot. German already knocked out. Okay. All right. So this is Power BI. So for the first timer, and maybe you already know, but don't know how to build a dashboard in Power BI. Okay. And for your information, Power BI actually anyone can use in the desktop version where you can download and install into your laptop. Okay, that one is no need to have any account. Means you can just install into your laptop or PC without log into your account. So next one. So I give a situation where you have a yearly report. Okay, for sure, if you are working in the company, you have a yearly reporting. Okay, every year you need to do a report. So how long you take times to do a report, especially in Excel. Okay, and the second one, cannot hear? Anyone? All right, boleh. Okay, maybe your speaker have to check. All right. So the second one is a quarterly report. Okay, quarterly report. Every quarter, 1 year we have 4 quarter. So each quarter you need to prepare a report. How long you take time to prepare a report, especially in Excel. Okay, we're talking about this in Excel, your current practice. So next is a monthly report. In 1 year we have 12 months. So every month, as what I heard, many people to prepare a monthly report, it takes time up to 1 day, okay, and few hours. Next one is a weekly report. So 1 year we have 52 or 53 weeks in a year. Where last time when I was an analyst, all right, I have this weekly report, not just one report. We have few reports, 5 report, a weekly report, and then it can consume a lot of time to prepare report if you use Excel. Okay, so there's same all 4. Okay, all right. And lastly is a daily. So this one depends on your job, depends on your industry, or maybe your reporting. Okay, daily, maybe you want to monitor the daily operation or something else. So for all this one, maybe you build in the Excel. Okay, Excel report. Let's say you have yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, 5, right? You have 5 file, and then 5 file, and every week we have a file. Okay, or every month you have a different file. So you have a lot of file, where inside that file you have an individual report. Okay, so and then you send this file to your manager. Let's say your manager or your reporting manager. Not just one manager, you have few manager. Okay, and then because this one is a one report per file, so you create another report, another report, another report, until you confuse. All right, you confuse, you don't know how to automate it. Okay, so where we want to convert this Excel into Power BI. Actually, the data same in Excel, but the reporting we convert from Excel to Power BI. The next one, let's demonstrate the reporting. I will build, okay, for you from scratch for this 1 hour session. And maybe from here, you can try to understand, and for those who are using, maybe you can try to recap whatever, maybe I have something different from yours technique, right? So I'm showing the data first. This is because this is just 1 hour. So the data is quite clean. Okay, and this data is about sales. Why I give you a sales data, because everyone know about sales. Okay, it's very basic. You guys buy a lot of things in Shopee, TikToks, or whatsoever. Okay, so you know about sales. So sales, there's an order ID, the order date, shipping, all these things. It depends on the data that you have. Imagine you have data from a system, you download it, and then can you share so we can do it together with you? Angela, or maybe someone from Excel, can I share the data here?
Yeah, can.
Wait a moment. How to share? Let me know. Wait a moment. I just drop in here or in the chat box? File. Okay, file. Wait a moment. One minute. Let me close the file first. All right, sending. Okay, in the text box, there's a data. No problem. Okay, so I reopen the file, so you can try to explore about this data. All right. Okay, so there's an order ID column. Date. We have two column with date format. All right. Wait. And then there's a category. Customer name, segment, who's the salesperson. If you check here in the filter, you only have 5 salesperson. What else? Yeah, category. That's a blank. Okay, I give a one situation where there's a blank and how we want to replace this blank. Okay, there's subcategory here. Product name. I make it this small. Okay, and then it's the return quantity. Okay, this is a more on a value. Quantity, unit price, unit cost, and then the total sales. And this is more on a location. Yeah, okay, the location, state, latitude, longitude, and postcode. So from here, I close this file. Don't build anything in here. Means don't edit, just a raw. Okay, just a raw. And then you close this file. I don't save. And you open a Power BI, a blank Power BI. Let me open it. Opening the file. All right. Okay. It's a bit slow because I sharing the screen and then it's live, right? So yeah. So this is a Power BI for those who are new. And there's nothing here. There's no data. It's just a blank. Yes, Haris. There's a file shared. Someone can reshare the file, please. Okay, and then how to extract? Okay, we call it extract, or we want to get the file Excel, the data, bring it into this Power BI. So you can see here, get data, Excel file. Okay, or else you just can click get data, click more. Okay, click more. So when you click more, this is a list of all sources that you can connect to the Power BI. Okay, for the beginner, so maybe you can just use an Excel file. Or if you have a file you download from system, sometimes you need to use a CSV. It depends. Power BI need to install. Yes, correct. Yeah. You need to install in your desktop or PC, okay, or laptop lah. And for those who are working with your company, maybe some company need to have an IT access to allow you to download to install the software, right? And if you scroll down, there's a lot. And for sure, you will not use all this thing, this system. Okay, for those if your company use a SharePoint, you can connect to the SharePoint, but need to have your access, or SQL, database, IBM, SQL, MySQL, anything in this list you can connect. Okay, but this is more on analyst, IT, or BI, team or department. Okay, for us, we just use the Excel file. So click the Excel file and try to find where you save the file. Let me find it. Yeah, here. Click sales data set. Make sure that it is .xlsx and open. Okay, and it will pop up this navigator, and there's only one sheet. So all the data is the sheet name. So click that one. You can preview the data on the right side here. Okay, just tick, and you have two options. One is for load, means it will load straight away to the Power BI. The other one is a transform data. Okay, but for today's topic, we not go through the transform data. Okay, we just load the data into this Power BI file. So just click load. And wait for data to load in this Power BI. Once done, this one will disappear, and you can see on the right side all the data. And you can expand this pane. There's all the data, right? You expand this arrow, you can see all the header list, header, right? The top row, the header of the column. And this is a report view. You cannot see the data. Okay, it's not same in the Excel. You need to click on the left side here. There's a table view. So click that one. When you click that one, you can see the data. Okay, you can see the data, but you cannot edit like in one row that you wanted. So let's say I want to edit here. You cannot edit. This is not Excel. Okay, Power BI is not allowed for you to edit every single cell that we have here. You need to go to Power Query, and there's a rule and step you need to apply. And in this data, we have down here, we have 9,994 rules. Okay, you can explore here, same in Excel. And I go back to the report view. So here, some of you, maybe if you want to follow me, your features a bit different. Okay, it's okay. You just follow whatever I'm doing right here. So I want to change this layout. This is a canvas, okay, into 1080. Currently, I'm not sure if 1080 or 720. Let's check. I click on this one, and there's a canvas setting. All right, this is already a 1080. Okay, the previous features, you don't have this list. You need to custom and adding the size for width and height. For the latest features, you can select this 720, 1080, or else you can use a 4K if you want to sharing the report in the maybe larger screen, right? 4K, very sharp. Okay, so I just use 1080. And then because this is just 1 hour, I don't have time to build a background. Okay, that's a background. I just load the background under canvas background and browse for image. So this is a background. Background pun nak juga. Okay, can wait a moment. Let me share the background. Just a simple background. All right, so this is a background. Just a header with a blue color and then gray color on the background for this background. All right, and then let's build a title first because this is a sales data. So let's give a title. Go to insert text box, and I give this title as a sales performance report. You cannot see because this is too small. Let me highlight and make it larger. Okay, this is very technical. You need to, if you want to follow, you need to focus, okay? Or else you just can view mine and later you can view it by your own. So I just change the color to white. And yeah, so this is just a title. Then I start with the first visual, the card. Okay, there's a card here, card. And actually this is the latest card. Because why? You can see there's a lightning. There's a lightning here. Let me turn on the cursor here. All right. Okay, there's a lightning. And if you want to get the previous version of card, you can click this three dot and restore default visual. And then it will load, just click OK. It will load one more card, the original, the previous card. Okay. I'm not sure why they want to hide. I think maybe after this, they want to remove this oldest version card. So I just using the new card. Hafiza, ada beza. You download the Power BI desktop. There's a Power BI desktop, not a report builder. Okay, and yeah, so I drop in the data. So this card is actually like if I go to data, I want to show how much order we have, and then what's the total units sold or the quantity, and the total sales. Okay, the overall. And then let's bring in one column. I just drag the order ID because I just want to count the numbers of rows. So I change here to count. So now if I zoom in, you can see count of the column name. So I rename this one as total orders. This is very basic, okay, and this is not I'm not using DAX. There's no DAX. And if you want to customize, better to use DAX. And then second one is a quantity. So quantity is the total units sold. The third one is total sales. So I rename this one into total sales. There's three. That's three. Very fast. And I want to setting the format, I mean the color. So I want to make it this card color, same as the background color. Okay, this background color, let's check. Okay, let's reduce transparency. Okay, so I click the card and then I change the background of the card. to dark blue. Is it dark blue? Yep. Okay, I'm not sure which color. It's okay, just pick one. Pick one. And this is not match, it's okay. And then I change the value, okay, into white. So this is just for more on the visual that we can see. So call out value and then the label. Yeah, this setting is sometimes confuse people. So this is where you need to learn how to adjust the setting. Okay, so this is for the card. Next one, let's build a first pie chart. Because pie chart is the most simple visual that we can try to explore for the first visual. Okay, and this is the card that I want to build, the pie chart. And because this is sales performance report, let's use the value as the total sales. Okay, I click and drag into value. Okay, I zoom in a bit. And I rename this sum of total sales to total sales. Okay, and I go to the table view to see which column that suit for this table view. Sorry, the column pie chart. And for this one, I want to bring in the segment. Okay, because segment we only have 3, and pie chart should to use data less than 5 category at least. Because if you have more slice, more category, right, and the slice will become too small. But I don't know, is looks nice. And yeah, I will change the color template. Sorry, because this is a light blue orange. So let's find one. I think this one. And picture. Yeah, it's a blue color. Yeah, now it's look like match. So this is for one visual. And let's setting, I don't want this legend. Okay, I want these categories, consumer, corporate, home office, into bring in, change this one, make it into this label. Okay, you can off the legend, and then the label, you can add details. So you can see the details together with the numbers here. And I enlarge the size. All right, looks nice. Pie chart to table view. No, this one is a view on the left side, report view and table view. Okay. This is a report view for you to build a report. The second view on the left side is a table view. So now, after I done with for the first visual, I don't click the new chart. I just, based on this pie chart, copy, paste. Okay, copy and paste, put on this right side. Sorry. Okay, not me, right? Okay. All right. So the second one, let's build this donut chart. Looks same, right? But for the donut chart, actually, you have an empty space in the center. And this empty space, sometimes, if you're creative, you can put numbers like the total orders, or maybe the KPI, the budget in the middle. For some people, they like to put, like, if you have a donut with a gender, male, female, right? And they put an icon, male, female in the middle. For this one, I just changed the legend from segment into, let's go to the table view. What can we bring in? Now maybe the category, right? Or anything else we have? Ship mode. Okay, let's bring a ship mode lah. We have 4 sections here, 4 category. So I try to find ship mode, drag into the legend. It's very simple. just click and drag and drop. Okay, and this one I want to make it like the not the slice, the spacing in the middle. I reduce the space. Okay, so you have a larger donut, and if you make it like this is a cheap donut. Okay, this is expensive donut, and if there's no inner, it's a Dunkin' Donut. All right. So this is for these two card and these two visual done. So I copy paste to the third one, and let's make a line with this card on the above. Okay, and for the third one, let's build this stack column chart. Or maybe we can start with the bar chart, stack bar chart. Okay, this icon actually represent the visual, and this is a stack. And there's one more other than stack. The second one is this one, the clustered bar chart. Clustered means for one category, if you have few category, it will become in the clustered different bar. Okay, let's build this one, the stack bar chart, and change this stack bar chart. Delete the shape mode, remain the total sales, and go back to table view. Let's try to find which column suit for this bar chart. Okay, maybe we can put in the category. So I drag the category into the y-axis. Yeah. So the category, we have blank category. So this one, you need to clean the data. Don't leave it blank. If you have a data with blank, let's convert into a statement, maybe unknown. Okay. So from there, people know what is this category. If blank, people will ask you. And because this is the latest version, and there's an option to change the style from this style into the data level. So straight away, you can see this bar chart. It appear the label on inside or outside this bar chart, right? And actually, this bar chart, you can enlarge the size, the space, reduce the space. So make it this bar chart wider. How to rename the blank? You need to go to the Power Query. There's another session. Okay, I cannot demo in this session. Just 1 hour. Okay, so copy paste. That one is for bar chart. Now for the port, I change to stack column chart. And this stack column chart, I delete the category and bring in maybe the what? The city. Okay, the city. Why I not put the state? Because state, I will put it in the header. I will adding the slicer. Okay, the slicer. That slicer is the it's like work as a filter. So user can use a filter to filter the state. Okay, so if you put here state and then filter state, it will only appear one state, so no use. So better to use the sub state. So means a city. For this one, just bring in the x-axis city. So leave it like this. You can see there's a lot of city here. Okay, because we haven't applied any filter yet. Then later when you filter by state, this one will change to just for one state. Can we use two different files to create one dashboard as sample salary for May and June? Yes, can, Amiza. That's a method how you want to join or consolidate that two files. So now I copy paste for the last visual, and this one I use 2 space. Yeah, 2 space here. Delete the x-axis, and for this one, let's make a line chart. Okay, but for this line chart, I want to combine with the column chart. So click this column and line chart. And because line chart is suit for timeline, so I bring in the date, order date. Okay, and then I delete the day. I don't want the quarter. I just want people to view the month and year. Okay, and scroll down a bit because this is a combo. So I want to make this total sales as a line and bring in the quantity into the column y-axis. Don't worry about this. This one need to change in the setting. Style preset, and I select straight line. Yep, that's better. So this is the latest features in the Power BI, okay, where you can just select the preset style. No need to manually setting one by one. Okay, so we've done with the visual. Wow, less than 50 minutes. Okay. Now let's build a slicer. Yep, slicer here. Zoom in, make it small. And for this slicer, I will bring in the state because just now we want to filter by state. I drag the state. Okay. And now you can see the state list in this drop down. And change the header to white color. And yep, done. Now you have a dashboard done for the first dashboard. Very straightforward. Because why? Because your data is clean, except for this blank. Okay. And let's try to filter. Mana nak select filter tadi? Here. Try to explore. Just hover your cursor into every visual and you can see the name. Okay. And that slicer, we have few options. One in here, and the other one in here. Button slicer, input slicer, and this list slicer. It depends on your version. If you just download it, you have a latest version, and you have all this list. And if you see this lightning, this is the latest, means still in preview. Okay, lightning, this lightning. How to create total sales for months for each region using line graph. Line graph, you want to each region. Okay, each region. I'm not sure this data can work or not. Let's try to filter. Okay, this Johor Kedah. Okay, so this is for one state. Each region represented by different line. So that one is a let's make into line. You mean like this? Right. So if you want to like this, it's better focus on one value. Okay, so I changed this one from just now from column and line into line chart. Okay, and now we have two line chart because we have quantity and total sales. So I remove the quantity. Let's make it 1 total sales. Okay, and we can separate by legend. So let's say you want to view by what? Let's find what data can we use. Maybe the ship mode into the legend. Yeah. So Shabila, this is what you want, right? So you need to add a category into the legend. Now you can see 4 different line, okay, by just using one value. Don't make a few value, just focus for one value and it can separate into the legend that you want. Boleh repeat yang boleh tukar-tukar tadi tu. Tukar-tukar apa? What tukar-tukar? So this one, by default, the legend on this bottom left corner, usually I will put in on the top center or top left lah. It depends. Alright? You can explore this one. This is Power BI. Apa common mistake yang orang selalu buat dalam Power BI? Common mistake is actually nothing much on the visual. Okay, so for the visual, it depends on your creativity. Okay, if you're creative, maybe you are from a background design, right? So you don't have any issue to design your dashboard. But if you don't understand about the data, okay, let's say you go to table view. Most people confuse on the data part, not the visual. Okay, visual, I think everyone can easily to understand. But for the data, you still, maybe your understanding is same as in Excel, right? So let's try to find the one that we view just now. What is it? The category, this blank, right? So how you want to change this blank? So that blank is actually you need to go to the Power Query and then replace the data in the Power Query, not in here. So you cannot, like, you want to filter just a blank and then delete data. Okay? So it's not work that way. So need to go to Power Query, need to understand how Power Query works and then load back into Power BI. Will the dashboard updated live if we update our Excel data with new data? Yes, it will update it live if we will refresh. For this one, is manually refresh. We don't set up any shadow refresh, and that shadow refresh you need to have at least pro subscription. And for those who are working and or you are studying and you have a Microsoft account, you can create, it's a free, just create your account, okay, using your organization account. You cannot use your personal, let's say you will have a personal account, Microsoft account, and you subscribe the highest subscription. You still cannot use this Power BI if you want to publish online. Okay, for those who want to publish, to share the dashboard, you need to have organization account. So that's the rules that Microsoft want to create money from that. Can Power BI do a visual of sale compared to budget? Variance can Nuraini, but you need to have a data for budget. Let's say one column for budget, or else you can create a custom budget by year. And that one you need to learn a DAX, data analysis expression. This is this one, a new measure where you need to create a formula. Okay, but right now it's very easy. ChatGPT AI, Gemini, and anything else AI, you can ask to create the formula. So kalau nak praktis kat mana dapat free dataset yang boleh test? Kaggle, yes, correct, Kaggle. But right now it's very easy. You just ask AI to create your data. It's just a dummy data. All right. You can ask them to create. Can we just check the blank from Excel itself and re-upload it in Power BI instead? No, Afrika. I don't suggest to do that things. Like you go to Excel file. Let me open the Excel file to explain how. Very slow. Wait a moment. Okay, if you use you update data in the Excel file. So imagine next month you still have a blank, and then you need to replace the value or edit in the raw. Okay, so I don't suggest you to touch anything in the raw. Okay, unless for this method, because this is one file, we only extract for one file, and you have a new data you want to add, you need to add on the last row. Okay, for this method. And we need to clean that data in the Power Query. Power Query is in the Power BI, so that the objective is to do data transformation or data cleaning. Okay, don't do here. And the free 365 can share the live dashboard. Depends. No, depends. You cannot simply share your dashboard, because why? If you share the dashboard, it will public. Anyone with the link can open the dashboard. Okay, and if you work in the organization, I think by default the admin setting don't allow for you to share unless you are the admin of the Microsoft in your company. How to refresh the data? Import back again the Excel. Okay, I cannot demo how to add the data, but if let's say you have an Excel data just now that I show, go to the last row, you add a new data. Okay, let's say next month or next week lah, because you have a weekly, right? And then you save the file, then you close. And then you click refresh and everything will be updated just by one click. What happened if we accidentally delete the Excel file? Nothing happened, okay? But if you refresh, it will crash. Sometimes you cannot refresh. Just have this one, the latest one. So you cannot delete, or if you want to move the file to another location, you need to change the data source. Example, if you are a manager, apa yang you tengok dalam Power BI in terms of visualization? It depends. It depends on the measure that manager wanted. Okay, there's nothing true or right, wrong or right. Okay, so you need to have a feedback, ask feedback from the user, okay, or the viewer of this dashboard, what they wanted. Okay, kalau nak tambah data lagi di existing Excel sheet, adakah ia akan reflect auto kat Power BI? It will auto, it depends. If you use Power Automate, it will auto. Or if you use Power BI Pro subscription and you're setting a refresh schedule, it can auto. Okay, depends on the schedule that you set. Can you show a little bit on how to do the relationship between Excel and model view? There's nothing I want to show in the model view because we only have one table, one data. Okay, for this demonstration, I just use a simple data set, one data. Okay, we don't have much time to do relationship and understand about why we want to relate between these two tables. Are you going to show how to edit the Power Query? No, not at this moment. Okay, don't want to confuse people because we focus on this Power BI report view and the table view at this moment. Power BI boleh import data dari multiple sheet dalam satu file Excel ke boleh kena load satu-satu? Multiple sheet boleh. Multiple sheet in one file Excel can, but there's a technique. Okay, there's a technique. If that sheet different table, different column name, that's okay. But let's say you have a January to December in different sheet, but it's one is actually in one data. there's a few technique how you want to combine everything, make it into one table. All right, there's any limit size data. In a desktop version, there's no limitation. Okay, but if you want to publish, right, there's a publish where it will publish into your account, your organization account, your individual email. Okay, it's like OneDrive or Excel in online, right? So the pro subscription, the maximum is 1 gig. For premium subscription is 100 gig. Total order tadi tu dapat dari mana? Total order I just grab any column name and then count the row. So count the row. There's a arrow here. You can change from first, last, count this thing or count. Can you share to fix data quarter appear not in sequence in the visualization? Quarter not sequence. Okay, so this one, the order date. Okay, I delete and I redrag into the x-axis. So I will redrag because this is a date, okay? Because this is a date, you can see there's an icon calendar here. You have year, quarter, month, and day. So I just delete the day. I delete the month if you want a quarter only, or else you just keep it like this. There's a button to drill down. So drill down, click. Okay, drill up. So this one is drill up. So this one is by quarter. Yep, by quarter. See, there's a pop-up. Quarter 1, quarter 2, 3, 4, and from 2014 to 2017. How to combine two Excel into one Power BI? There's a few techniques. Okay, Nurizati, there's a merge or append or folder. So there's a few methods. So the output from Power BI can only open in the Power BI. Can it save as PDF, etc., or for presentation purpose? If you create this one and you want to present, you need to publish online. Okay, where you need to have your account. It's a free account, still can publish. But once in the publish, the Power BI service, they call it Power BI service, it's online. You need to go to browser and search for Power BI service and sign in. So inside that, there's a full screen to share. But if you want to share that dashboard link, that one you need to subscribe. Okay. Banyak cantik kan? So dah pakai free semua. Rugilah Microsoft. So that's why if you dah buat siap, tapi part share, you kena bayar. Google Sheet boleh ke? Boleh. Ada option Google Sheet. Try to find in the get data. Kalau tak ada lah. Okay, get data. And then try to search Google. So there's a Google Sheet. So you can try to connect to a Google Sheet. I think that one you must make that Google Sheet share. You can share that file to others so that this Power BI can access that file because that one is online, right? Okay, that's all from me. Okay, I hope you understand about this basic concept of Power BI and why this one is only one-time setup. Okay, remember this is one-time setup. And if I go back to the slide, just now we do it in Excel, right? And you need to update every month, every week. For this one, we just update in the same data set and then refresh. That's all. Just set up one time. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I pass the session to Anjali. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. So thank you, Fikri, for the informative presentation. So if you have any questions, you may reach our sales team, Excel Academy sales team. Okay. And then for those who registered through the NTW portal, your attendance has been recorded and your status will be updated to completed within 24 hours. In the meantime, please do not withdraw your application. So to receive your certificate, please remember to complete the T assessment. So the Recording of today's session will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, Excel Academy Malaysia, by tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us today and for your participation. Thank you, Fikri.